is a growing national outcry in the U.S. exposing a long-standing playbook of impunity within the country's federal immigration agencies.
The president stands with ICE, I stand with ICE.
Internal audits and a deadly shooting in Minneapolis have raised concerns about foul play.
This was an act of domestic terrorism, so this is standard operating procedure.
I said, this isn't a normal situation. This is a professional troublemaker.
And about a more sinister tactic in which immigration agents are manufacturing danger to justify lethal force, according to critics. That tactic is documented in a scathing internal review of the U.S. Border Patrol from 2013, which found that agents had intentionally and unnecessarily stepped in front of moving vehicles to create legal justification for shooting at their occupants. Use of force experts from the U.S. Police Executive Research Forum advised agents to get out of the way rather than deliberately position themselves in front of vehicles. U.S. Customs and Border Protection rejected those recommendations, arguing such restrictions would embolden criminals. Experts warned that shooting a driver doesn't stop a car. It turns a 4,000-pound vehicle into a rogue, unguided threat, endangering bystanders and other agents. This policy dispute unfolds as U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, better known as ICE, faces a broader crisis of standards. Under a wartime recruitment push, the agency fast-tracked thousands of recruits, some entering training before completing background checks or drug tests. Reports show individuals with criminal histories, including strong arm robbery and domestic battery charges, were admitted to the academy. Furthermore, to meet quotas, ICE cut training from 13 weeks to 6, with nearly half of recruits failing basic written exams, even with open book testing. Those systemic failures converged last week in Minneapolis with the killing of Renee Good, a 37-year-old mother of 3 and award-winning poet who was present at an ICE raid as a legal observer after dropping her 6-year-old at school. The Trump administration labeled her a domestic terrorist, claiming she weaponized her vehicle. Video evidence tells a different story. Footage shows ICE agent Jonathan Ross stepping in front of Good's SUV while filming the interaction with his phone. As Good tried to move away, turning sharply to the right to avoid officers, Ross fired through the windshield, then again at point-blank range through the car's side window. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey slammed the official narrative, calling the agent's actions a reckless abuse of power.
They're sowing chaos on our streets, and in this case, quite literally killing people. They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bull. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed.
The domestic terrorist label applied to Renee Good mirrors the active shooter narrative used to justify the New Year's Eve killing of Keith Porter Jr., a U.S. citizen and father of 2, by an off-duty ICE agent in California. While federal officials praised the agent for bravely stopping a threat, local police confirmed Porter was merely firing celebratory shots into the air. In another case, the September 2025 fatal Franklin Park shooting of Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, DHS said the ICE agent who fired was severely injured, but body camera footage shows the agent describing his wounds, a scraped knee and hand lacerations.
Nothing major.
Despite repeated fatalities, accountability remains rare. Federal agencies refuse to release internal discipline records or the full findings of use of force audits. With agents increasingly masking their identities, critics warn that federal enforcement is now operating at a level of non-transparency unseen in any other U.S. law enforcement agency.